We are back, ladies and gentlemen, for another round of scrims with Thanksgiving. Tonight, final exam. You might be like, hi, you sound a little different. I'm getting the sniffles, guys. I can't help it. I'm going to be honest. I'm feeling the cold. Up here in Canada, it's finally getting to me. But before we get that done, that's always going to be, it's always going to be something too. So we are going to set this up. So we are going to throw Thanksgiving as first pick first. Make sure everything's good. We're waiting on one more person from final exam. We got Elo, Poppy, JC, Seymour, Christian. So the only person we're waiting for is MG to hop on. Come on, little buddy. I know you can do it. We're going to casually call you out. Now, there might be times where we go a little silent. That's probably because we're looking at Discord, because we are also adminning this scrim. That means we are going to be up here in the little top, hovering down, looking on all the peons with all the power. But no, we're looking for crash reports, communicating between the teams. So we act as that liaison because we have the power. So we send it through, and again, like this is a team I think we are 1-1 with on scrims. I believe we have lost to them 4-2 before. I think we came back, clapped back in a similar manner, 4-2 or 3-3, somewhere around there. We did. I believe we did take them out. I could be lying, I could be spreading misinformation, but I believe. So this could be the head-to-head scrim. Not that we're ever going to stop after this, but this could be the head-to-head scrim that we need. Fun fact about final exam and Thanksgiving, we are in the Master League. That's right, EX Frontiers Master League. We will be going head-to-head on, well, maybe not necessarily February 21st, but that week. So in 2 weeks, we're going to be putting on our Master League match. That is going to be streamed, whether it's on the official EX Frontier server, whether it's on this channel on a different day, that's not Saturday, or whether it is with Fairy's POV, and you get to hear all her panicking going, woo! And she tries to stay alive as a supporter. Just so you know, we are going to make sure we get it to you. Should I use your Prime sub on you? Listen, I think I'm going to say yes, but realistically being, if you're going to tune into the streams a little bit more, and as long as we fulfill our bargain on our end of streaming more, absolutely give me your pennies. I'll take it. All right, we're just getting updates now. So like I said, when we go quiet, it's because we're going on Discord. It's very hard to multitask when you're as thick as me. No, it's hard. If your name is Hyde, you can't multitask. You can't multitask. And I happen to be named Hyde, which means I can't multitask. It's a law of nature. It's a fact of the world. You can't go against that. It's a force of nature as well, What are the names of the people in final exam? Yeah, what are their in-game names? I already did. I know which name you guys are trying to make me say. And you know what? You go right ahead. When that Prime sub comes through scan, I'll list off every member's name on this of both teams. You put that membership through, buddy. I'll list off the teams. But yeah, no, it should be a fun one because like I said, I believe we are 1-1 in the scrims. Final exam did really good in the Master League quals there. They came through on the loser side, but oh my gosh, apparently MG really popped off on the Gengar, which helped save their bacon. So do it again, Pookie. Listen. If you're gonna call me Pookie, you gotta put some money there. Listen, not just anybody call me Pookie. You better put some money behind that there. I'm just saying. I'm being the manager. I'm being stingy tonight. Oh my gosh. But we are also praying that our controller doesn't die because we have the camera, we have the capture card, we have the microphone, so we literally have no USBs, and I forgot to charge my cable. So, or my controller. Not cable, controller. So, yeah, here's hoping. Here's hoping. Brother, that's hilarious. Too bad they swapped their name. I would have said that one, Fairy. That screenshot you took and posted, I would have said that one. I would have said it. Man, if only I was able to catch it. If only I was able to catch it. But we are waiting on MG there. So, but Thanks Gaming did recently get second place in Articuno League in their grand finals. And that is an astounding achievement. And I am so proud of the team because literally the entire way through, they played their fucking hearts out. So happy with that. And now the Master League is here. And we're ready to go. And we are so amped. There's MG here. Now we're just going to wait for ready checks. So, that's all we're going to do. We're waiting for ready checks. Thanks Gaming's been... Oh, excuse me. Thanks Gaming's been putting a little bit of stuff in the pocket there. Trying to get a few things done, a few things oriented. All right, they are ready. Let's see. And you can hear a little, I don't know if you can hear it, but not a Piper's dreaming in the back. Hi, Bidby. Yeah. But we are getting ready to go. Whoa, what's going on? Yo, Scan came in with the sub. All right, we got Sweet Sussy, Jenna Tolles, Glue Sniffer. It's PK, JK, DX, JK, Mike, Oxlong, Christian, MG in the bracket, and Elo Poppy. So just for that, thank you for the prime there, Scan. Thank you. We will do it honor by making sure that we stream a hell of a lot more. Still waiting on ready checks from Thanks Gaming of all people. I mean, waiting. We are good. Hell yeah. All right, let's send it. There we go. Sending it now. There's the R. There's both teams are ready to go. The bands tonight, Surfetched and Meowth. Yes. So, let's get into the Gaston game live. Goodbye, Hyde's face. Hello, full screen of gaming. So, we're already in the draft phase. Thanks Gaming will have pick number 1. Hang on. We messed up. Okay, you know what? We're just going to go into this scene. No. Yes. But why? Because we want to make sure we show the items for both JK and Elo Poppy. So this is going to be our draft screen, and then we'll use the other screen for the actual game. I thought I had a draft scene set up. Apparently I don't. Say the names, loser. I did say it. See, you pay me money. I'll do just about anything reasonably on stream. All right. Well, I'm getting a bunch of yeses. I'm getting yelled at. All right. All right. We are going to say hello to coming in. All right. Let's take a look at the bands. Let's focus up. Get up, Discord. There's too many people talking to me. All right. Gengar, Mega Gyarados, and Ceruledge banned out for Thanksgiving. They must have heard about MG's run. Where meanwhile, we have Blastoise, Psyduck, and Charizard Y get targeted. Coming out, Blissey's going to be the first pick. They pick out the Metagross and Vaporeon. They saw JK and PK on those Pokemon, and they said, ain't going to happen. But we're clapping back. It's PK coming in with the Buzzwole, and JKDX coming in with the Machamp, flexing all of those muscles every which way around the board. Christian locking in that Umbreon, MG going Mimikyu. Listen, if it plays like a speedster, I am terrified of MG being on it. Do I like your usernames? I absolutely do, because it's JKDX, 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 but then we have Entei and PK. Hi, how's it going? Yo, Gasper, what is up? Welcome in. Guys, there is a short delay on the stream. We got to try to be responsible here. Not that we think the opponents would, but, you know, you never know what Thanks Gaming might try to do to get the upper hand. They might stream snipe their own manager just to be like, you know what? Okay, let's somehow fuck with this guy. I don't know how they do it, but we got to have a delay to try to avoid it. But we also have another JKDX on that Decidueye, Entei on the Mew, so Elo Poppy's clapping back and being like, they have no range. That's going to be a Razor Leaf Decidueye. That's going to be 2 frontliners. Metagross going to be eaten for free. Venusaur going to be popping for free. So this is a really rough matchup for Thanksgiving to be in. We use something like similar to this in the Articuno League's playoffs against Exodia. They had 3 brawlers. We had a Metagross. And we just absolutely full sent it. We were able to stay alive because of it. We had a little bit of a range too, so we were just able to outpoke them and out-sustain them on the Metagross there. But now final exam, coming in and doing a similar strategy to us. The difference, we have Machamp and we have Buzzwole. So we have 2 CC heavy all-rounders coming in. So let's hope that is the strategy to try to battle and take out this gold badge Metagross. Are you shitting me? That's amazing. What a feat. Blissey, why aren't you a gold badge yet? You play it so much. Look at that Decidueye. But look at that. We have JKDX, 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 and then Viagra JKDX. Guys, my team's messing with me. Look at these names. Look at these names. It's a good thing I know. The only ones I don't really know is who is Seal and who is PK on here. So, yeah, absolutely. But because I am a professional streamer and we totally managed to change our camera settings beforehand, just making sure you guys see what I have those camera settings at so we don't give you a headache. So, coming into this, we have Seal and Fairy going into the top side. We have JKDX and JKDX going up against Mike Oxlong. So we got Oxlong up at the top there, but we also have Christian looking for a cheeky stack. The more stacks you get, the more experience you get, which just means it's just gonna, well, it just means you get an earlier evolution. But we do have an invade going on. Let's get over to there. There's JKDX and TG JKDX getting invaded by little JC on the Vaporeon, and Christian coming in to cause some mayhem too. Look at this. The lanes are 1v1. Mimikyu's had the time of his life. Already level 5. PK looking to grab Christian and grab it down, but there's MG ready to take down PK. Even little Blissey can't save it. Run, little Blissey, run. You got to move that pink little bussy. But there we go. JK's now down here. Blissey's looking for a KO there. Christian is low HP. The 850 birds are now here in the top. It is 3v3 as PK returns to the bottom. We have evolutions on both sides there. JK does get the nice safeguard from Fairy there, but MG claims the life of Fairy. Who's surprised? But we go for MG. We take it down with the submission. Now we're going for Oxlong. Oxlong's running there. We got a little shield, but there it is. We have Christian trying to get the last hit. Not going to be able to do it. Gets away. 1 HP and a dream. Whoo! Would you look at that? Down in the bottom lane, though, not any scores at all. Elo Poppy level 5. Mike sitting at level 5 there. Now JC just hitting that 5, but PK still missing it. We do not have level 5 under Buzzwall, which means we do not have that superpower. We need to make sure that we are going to be hitting that power spike. Regidrago's hit the field. This is crucial experience this early in the game. XP for all. This could help hit evolutions. Blissey has the safeguard. JK's here with the Razor Leaf Decidueye, so we're going straight in. Huge solar beam from the Mew as PK's taken down. Mimikyu claims the Regidrago's. MG lands the Shadow Sneak. Managed to get on top of JK and takes them down. Going to be the first Pokemon on this field with our Unite move at this rate. Almost hitting level 9. Never mind. Made me a liar. Did hit that level 9. Play with me in the pocket there. Not even Blissey can save it. Meanwhile, up in the top there, Christian's starting to slowly get small stacks there. We have the foul play. We have the Snarl. We have Mike Oxlong already looking to be that level 8 there. That is Seymour. Seymour is doing really good on the Metagross, making sure they are not getting set behind. Final Exam has done a fantastic job here as well. Look at them. Like, they have just completely made Thanksgiving uncoordinated as all heck. You have level 8 on the Metang, level 9 on the Mimikyu, but more importantly, we take the Regidrago. We get levels now. Level 8 on the Machamp, level 8 on Decidueye. Now we have the full combo onto that Buzzwall and hits level 8. That's great. JC's pulling back as the knock comes out. We have to give it up the pad as we're going for a 2-cap over. Meanwhile, in the top, massive points raining in. We did get an overcap there, and look, we got another 40 cap coming in from the Mimikyu. 187 to 84. Metagross goes in just to put the cherry on top as MG wipes clean the central lane. Whopping massive level 11, staying way above anything that Thanks Gaming is able to output. But there's one thing Thanks Gaming is good. It is feeding this Decidueye at all costs. So even if you put them behind, even if you get stuff done, that Decidueye will always find a way to be level 13, level 14 by the time it's time for Groudon, Kyogre, or, should the worst happen, Rayquaza. But I do like what Final Exam has been doing. Again, this is their game of Pokemon Unite. Christian's going for that Unite move, but PK's able to land onto it. Mike's able to hit the Solar Beam, but PK claims the KO. That gives them a nice, healthy boost to level 10, and that's exactly what they need. They're closing the gap, and sure enough, narrowing the lead. Metagross not able to handle the onslaught. That is Buzzwall. The damage, the burst coming out from Decidueye. We do have the Verdant Anger coming out. Elo Poppy says, that was my Metagross! Unfortunately, didn't amount to much there, as we are going to be able to come out. But here we go. Christian's right in the deep of it. We grab the KO on Christian there. We pull back, but PK's literally 1 HP in a dream. There is no way. The Mimikyu snipes him. No shot. Taken down. JK's next, followed by the Blissey. When Blissey's gone, that is it. Mimikyu is here, and Mimikyu is causing problems. Thanks Gaming needs to do something to shut down this Mimikyu, because even though the problem could be that Metagross there in the hands of Seymour, I'll tell you right now, it's not been a problem this game. It's been the Mimikyu. So you might have to redirect your resources to taking it down. But we're already starting to rip on the Reggie Drago. We're going to go for it. Christian's just keeping vision. That is great. But here's Final Exam ready to keep the pressure on Thanks Gaming. Regilecki barreling towards the T2. Reggie Drago, no positioning on from either team. But meanwhile, JC Christian doing great jobs keeping the vision on wherever Thanks Gaming is. We burn that submission there, grab JC, do a little suplex there. There's a reason why we call Vaporeon the victim of Pokemon there. And poor little Seals making it known. Mimikyu goes in, but the Decidueye gets the clutch on there. There's the play with me coming out there. As the Crush and Compute puts up the walls, completely encases Thanks Gaming, as Mew is the only one to make it out. Mike's now being chased by Mike. We're going to be looking it down, and there we go. We're able to get out, but at the cost of a lot of resources, and more importantly, a lot of momentum. Thanks Gaming has to find a way to come back into this game. There's 146 to 237. Again, Mimikyu is the problem in this matchup. But if you ignore the Metagross, a new monster appears. And that is not something you want to have to deal with. So, Final Exam has done a great job of having two major threats built up. Mimikyu, level 14. Metagross, despite the late levels there, managed to hit 13, and we have Elo Poppy there sitting at a juicy level 12 and a half. They could feasibly get 13 if enough experience respawns on the map. We're already looking at the Regilecki in the top for Final Exam. Final Exam says this is the goal. We're going to send the Regilecki. We know Thanks Gaming is going to allow it to hit the tier 2, so we can follow it in. And there we go. 20. Whoa! Oh, that's actually smart. Regilecki is now going to the T1 pad, to the home pad. Sorry, the tier 3. And Mike Oxlong is following it along with MG. They said, we don't need Kyogre. It's going to hit. Double points is here. Here's one. Boom. One Hundo Burger. Boom. Two Hundo Burgers. Boom. Not quite a Hundo Burger, but it's a 3/4 pounder burger. And that's going to be enough. 568 to 146. But in doing so, they allowed Thanks Gaming to get the Kyogre. 1, 2, 3. That's 4 Hundo Burgers. If they connect these points, that will get them the win. The defense must be spot on. That has to be ready to go. And there we go. We have the combo there as Christian goes in with the Moonlight Prance. We got the Super Swole Slam as the Crush Compute comes through. There we go. We're taking them down. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3 down for Final Exam. It's Elo Poppy and Seymour. They have a vision. They have a dream. It's 346 to 568. They have to hold the pad. 3 seconds until JC can join them, but Elo Poppy has to retreat. That's 1. That's 2. Hundo Burgers in, but it's not the lead. PK's still got to get it in. They're down by 6 points. No, don't back up. Keep going. 1 minute left. 6 points to go. Gosh, dang it. Don't do this. Don't do this. No, don't do this to me. That's PK already down. There's the Umbreon gone. We still have to score 6 points. Seal, pick up the 5 and go. Pick up the 5 and go. But that's 2 down. That's 2 down. JC's there, but we come out with them. Just get the points. Just get the points. There it is. The savior in Entei gets those points in. Now all of a sudden it swings back to Final Exam. They have to get those final points in. 638 to 568. They have the points in the pocket, but they don't have the manpower. As it's taken down, Razor Leaf Decidueye proves its superiority once more. Oh my goodness. Whoo! Guys, my throat is killing me. I'm sick. I'm sick. And you're putting me through my paces on game number 1. There's 5 to go still. Guaranteed 5. This isn't a best of 5, not a best of 3. This is 6 full games. Oh my goodness. This is giving me like, oh, the heebie-jeebies from the grand finals. Articuno Lee are gonna bring that up a lot. Score comp. And then we outbeat that by 7 points. And these guys, they did a nice job being able to score on the home pad, sending it all through. They did great timing to make sure that that Christian was able to break the pad with 33. The Regalecki did hit home. They didn't give two flying fucks about it on the side of Thanksgiving. They ripped the Kyogre and knew they could do it, but they almost didn't. Look at this damage. JK. Oh, it's not 200K. It's not even 120. It's not even 118. It's 117K. JK, get good. Blissey, what are those numbers? The heals, 40K? Come on, girl. What are you doing there? Meanwhile, we do have, look at that. Elo Poppy coming in 79. Mike Oxlong, Seymour coming in 71K. Overall, this was a clutch match. Actually, we forgot to check out one more stat. 54K on that, 10 KOs. Job wasn't to do damage, it was to clutch the KO, to assassinate. And MG did the job in spades. Holy heck. Guys, after game number 2, I am literally going to need to go get more water. Oh my. All right, let's go take a look. Got it. So that means I don't even have to monitor that chat except for crashes. This means final exam is in the driver's seat. They have final say on when we start and when we don't, because whenever they say ready, that is it. Thanksgiving has gave the go ahead. Just assume we're good. There's the R and we're going in. Boom. All right, here we go. Band phase one more time. You know what? I completely just stayed on this screen the whole time. You know what? Fuck it. We're not even going to go with the scores. It's not even important. All you need to know is Thanksgiving will be purple the entire time through. My bad. You should have been heals. Listen, though. Listen. 40K heals on Safeguard Blissey is still insane. I don't know how you managed to do it. I don't know what metric it's counting when you getting those heals or providing those heals or whatnot. Because there is sure as shit you did not heal 40K with that heal pulse. The bans are staying the same though. Blastoise Psyduck staying out. Charizard Y getting it gone. Gengar, Mega Gyarados, Ceruledge. Ain't no way. Seal first pick Sableye? No. We're not even going to pretend Blissey is banned on this one. Blissey first, they want to leave Blissey up. We'll take it. We will first pick that pink little Pokemon. We're going to be locking in Snorlax this time, though, along with the Metagross. Seymour saying, you know what? We're going to keep with it. Mike's Oxlong said, you know what? This is the secret sauce. It did work, and it found its niche, and it was powerful. Meanwhile, JC, on that Snorlax, one thing we do know about JC and Snorlax is loves to invade. This is a strategy that we could see coming out here that we just simply aren't ready for. But PK, Seal coming in. We're picking away the Umbreon from Christian. We don't want them to have it. How does Christian respond? Claps back with an Alcremie, spotting that little bit of an incense there. So that's going to be nasty to deal with. But PK, full attack speed items on the Mega Mewtwo X. That is how you get that. That is how you get that. Mega Evolution. Oh my gosh, guys, my brain is fried. Okay, please don't judge me too harshly. My brain is fried. But that's how we get those Mega Evolution. Lots of Mega Stick attacks there. Elo Poppy says, well, you know what? Blissey comes in. We know what that means. Decidueye. What are we going to do instead? We're going to take our own Decidueye. So, one thing, and actually I do have some cool tools on the side of Final Exam. We do see double attack speed items plus the scope lens. That is a recipe, not our recipe, but is a recipe for Razor Leaf Decidueye. Alcremie can pocket the Razor Leaf Decidueye in a similar fashion that what Blissey does. The Decorate does provide a form of CC immunity. However, when you have a Greninja and a Mew barreling down on you, That might be something that you got to watch out for. Maybe you go snipes on this, but with the lack of an attack weight, that very well could just be Razor Leaf Decidueye. And Thanksgiving could be getting a taste of their own medicine there. But let's also talk about MG on this Scizor. Because with the full heal, I don't think that's Scizor. I don't think it is. In fact, I'm going to guarantee you that's a Scyther. I'm going to guarantee you JC invades. That's going to be a Razor Leaf Decidueye. And that's going to be a Scyther. All right? That's Hyde's predictions for this game. All right? Now, are we going to figure out when are we going to figure out we're right? Well, we'll figure out right at the beginning if we're right with JC. Around the 5-minute mark for the Decidueye there. And then right after the first jungle clear for that oh, all right, we have a pause. So, we have a game crash. All right, we have a game crash. Somebody crashed their game. So we got on that. We fixed it. We're ready to go. So we're just waiting for the ready check now from the side of Thanksgiving because they did have the crash there. Come on, guys. Get good. Get better at your game. My goodness. But anyways, we're waiting for them to load back in. Everybody on the side of Thanksgiving now has Switch 2s. Fairy did recently get her own Switch 2, so hell yeah. Which means the load-in times from each player should be relatively quick. Relatively quick. That doesn't mean they will be. It says it should be. Sometimes Pokemon Unite does not like to cooperate. Sometimes. All right. 1 minute. We're 90 seconds in. Holy moly. This is taking forever. Man, this game is not going there. But anyways, let's take a look again. Because the show must go on. But one of the cool things that I absolutely love is the fact that we do have the makings of a potential Razor Leaf Decidueye. Now, one of the items that JK does run on this is Drain Crown, and it does give a lot of, and I mean a lot of healing in moments like when you're able to step back, you're able to hit some farm. Get that. All right, we're going to go resuming. All right, resuming in 15. That was at 20 when I said that, so we're going to go 35. All right, so here's the countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom! And there's a 3-second countdown, too. We just want to make sure both teams are not caught off guard. All right, now that everybody's back in and JK's schmoozing again. Not snoozing, schmoozing. He does lose 20 seconds off that jungle clear, though, so that is a Hyde error. So we could be a little bit late on this because MG's already down through 2 farm there. So that is going to set us a little bit behind. It happens. Not much you can do about it. This is even in a tournament setting. If 15 seconds goes before they make the pause, sometimes that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Please don't hate me. But Scyther going into the bottom lane for the gank. They want to get the Decidueye online over the Beldum, over the Metagross there. Nice pressure here from the side of Thanksgiving. We have Seal going up to support Seal as Seal looks to try to out-secure Christian, but Christian was able to do it. And all of a sudden, Seal is up here with a Blissey in hand. Look at all those Seals. Almost like they need a little clubbing. I hope Final Exam is able to be the ones to do it. Mind you, listen, Final Exam, every KO you get just verifies that you hate Seals. Especially baby Seals, because if you're KOing them this early in the game, they're still little babies. Every KO on Thanksgiving, it just means you hate baby seals. And here we go. Elo Poppy's now backing off there. We're going there. We got a little bit of farm. We got MG going back in as well. Despite having the advantage there on the clear, they are falling a little bit behind on the levels. JK is ahead, going for their second rotation. MG, though, is also ahead. They're still on that. 8 minutes now until Reggie Drago spawns in. Mike is going to be getting online here. There's a Matang in the hands. A Seal goes in for a cheeky 9, but is stopped. Takes a leaf out of Christian's book and says, listen, foul play, Snarl, that's the way to go. I'm going to get my 9 points in. That's a stack. More importantly, that's 16. That's level 6. There's Snarl, and we're ready to go. But huge fight that we absolutely missed. I'm going to get reamed out for later on down at the bottom here on this as we're watching Seal's endeavor to get level 6 is that we got 3 KOs onto the side of final exam there as Thanksgiving is able to take them down. JK goes in deep and goes in hard to grab that Matang. Now we're going to be monopolizing all of this experience into the top side there as Christian's there. But there's Elo Poppy there. Elo Poppy's ready to go, scoring some points. Again, we are not stacking that attack weight in hands. We are doing Razor Leaf. There we go. A taste of their own medicine on the hands of Thanksgiving with an Alcremie, no less. Alcremie gets the 26, breaks the pad. Registeel goes to the side of final exam. This is a power position that they absolutely want. T1 pad is broken, but that just gives Seymour more experience to grab to become that Meta Gross. Level 8, so they're so close. First Unite moves on the field. Decidueye, Scyther, Greninja, and Umbreon all have them in the pocket. How close are we to Metagross? We're cycling through, trying to find it, and Metagross is online before we can get to him. Quick rip from Elo Poppy there. As we're coming in with the Moonlight Prance, we're going hard in on this, trying to take them down. So we have the Greninja going in, trying to grab the Decidueye, but the Alcremie's Fluffy Cream Supreme keeping them up, but not enough as JK goes in, not for the 1, not for the 2, but the 3, the triple KO streak. Mike Oxlong and MG holding the line with the pad. There's JC goes in. We're now looking for a way to grab onto any sort of lead. We've got to keep this experience in our pocket. There's Thanksgiving is expressing a lot of map control. We have Seal going in for cheeky stacks. More points just means more score. 99 to 131. This is a great position for Thanksgiving to be in. They're not too far behind. They're maintaining a level lead, but triple level 10s with a Razor Leaf Decidueye that they know that they have done is just absolutely demonic for the side of final exam. They're saying, Thanksgiving, thanks for the strategy because we're absolutely going to use it. Seal gets picked off there on the Umbreon, not able to do it. The Fluffy Cream Supreme comes out as a preemptive measure, but there goes the Infinite Sideburn. Lots of damage there on Seal, though, as they're taken down, but PK manages to clutch it out as Alcremie and Decidueye and Scyther go down. All of a sudden, JC's in a situation, and that is not good to be in at all right now. We have the Decidueye coming in with the knock-knock, but we have the pressure being alleviated for the pad there. We're not going in for the pressure, but now we are. Razor Leaf Decidueye hits the Citrus Berry, but they're not able to stay alive. That is the weakness of Decidueye, is the burst damage there. But 1, 2, 3, down for Thanksgiving. Seymour saying, ha ha ha, right, we had Decidueye, and you killed him, but you forgot about me. You activated my trump card. As MG hops over the Citrus Berry saying, I don't need it. Never mind, I did. To collect a farm and another KO on Entei. We have Seal with 0 points, causing being a nuisance, getting a lot of good vision on where the enemy is, stalling them out because they want this KO. Regieleki's in the top here, and if it crashes into the pad, that will bring it down to 30. We are in prime position for a kind of a juicy overcap, especially if the Metagross is able to pick up all the points. 177 to 149. 197. We let it go in as Seymour goes in for the 8 points there as we do look for KOs here. We're going to grab the Scyther down as the Fluffy Cream Supreme comes out. The Compute and Crush comes down as Metagross and putting them in the mountain. trying to grab whatever they can, but Seal is just too tanky. There we go, another KO. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and JC is left alone. JC's now in the bottom there. They have to defend the pad. They're barely ahead on points there. It's 163 to 205. They don't want to lose that lead there because they don't want to be the team that has to make the play come Kyogre spawn time. But Razorleaf Decidueye is actually starting to do some good work here. MG's looking for 13, but so is Elo Poppy. We have the tools in Final Exam's pocket to be able to take down Thanks Gaming there, but Thanks Gaming is ready to clap back too. With the Blissey at level 12, with the Greninja at 14, looking for that Unite move. We do have PK there at level 12 as well, looking for 13, but we're not close. Probably not going to hit it. Up in the top, though, we are going to break. We're going to go 235 to 163. We have huge Registeel grab coming in here as 255. More points rain in, 288 to 163. More than a Hundo Burger is what's going to be. But 25 seconds until Kyogre spawns in. We're going to pick up Christian as the rest of Final Exam is able to extract themselves. Ugh. Man, we are struggling here. But that's okay. All right, PK goes in, or JC goes in for the engage with the Snorlax there. Now we're waiting and dancing and prancing. Kyogre is spawning here, and when there's a Kyogre, the game is not over, and both teams are looking for this. Cremmy comes in with the Fluffy Cream Supreme, but there goes the burst damage. Cremmy and MG are the first to fall. There goes the Decidueye, looking very juicy right now for the side of Thanks Gaming there. They need to protect this Decidueye as they're coming out. They pick up PK. That's the KO done, but they full send the rip on Kyogre. Thanks Gaming's claimed Kyogre now, while Final Exam is looking to grab themselves back. 1 and 2 are down all of a sudden now. 30 seconds left on this debuff there. They don't have heals, they don't have shields, and that's going to be massive. The score shield coming in clutch on the Umbreon there. 363 to 288. Thanks Gaming has the luxury to pull back now, but if a Hundo Burger goes in on the side of Final Exam, that seals their fate. So they have to keep pressure on for scores, because one bad fight and it's over. Kyogre buff is now going to be wearing off the pads. They reactivated heals and shields in the pocket. Unite move in the pocket of Greninja, as Seal is going to be looking to score another nice little 78 cap there. 441 to 288. This is still winnable, still doable. We have 50 points in the pocket of Seymour there. We have the Water Burst Shuriken coming out. We do have the Blissey getting caught out. There's the looks. They're out and grabbed by the block. Blissey is gone. Unite move though. 27 seconds. That's basically the match. Fluffy Cream Supremes comes out to heal as they're coming through, but there is Seal coming in. Scyther's gone. Blissey's still gone. We do have the knock in the pocket of Elo Poppy there, but we're trying to do it, and there we go. There's another KO there. Seymour's taken down. All of a sudden, there's lots of damage coming through, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just like that. Final Exam has failed to pass the test, and game number 2 is going to Thanks Gaming. Whoo! Listen. I am excited by the fact that Razorleaf Decidueye has hit the field and it wasn't in the hands of Thanks Gaming. Okay? I'm not a hater on them. I just think it should be used more. And it absolutely is. Thanks Gaming is showing the power of this Pokemon. And I think we're also showing that we are just as able to handle it too. You can't just take it from us and use it against us, because we know how to fight that shit. But at the same time, 75k on Elo Poppy with the Razorleaf Desi, followed by the pocket with the Christian there. That's actually really solid damage. JK coming in on 117k, the same amount of damage as last time, eclipsing it by only about 750 points. PK on that Mewtwo there, low damage, but their job was more to push, to shove, to get those Mega Evolutions online, and to use those Infinite Cyberns did really, really well. Seal was the distraction. Fairy coming in with 13k. We don't talk about it. But JC was good on the engages there. But we had Seymour coming in as well. Like, overall, this was a good set. This was a good match. We see that what Final Exam is looking to do each and every time, and that is to maintain a score lead going into Kyogre, and they have been doing that these 2 games consistently. So, and that's a really solid strategy to have. That's exactly what you want. All right, but the teams they're ready to go. All right, they're ready to go. Oh, JK, MG's just resetting. All right. All right, so while they're doing that, I'm going to go grab some water. So while MG's resetting, I'm going to get some water and then we're going to be back. All right, so never mind. You guys are going to get to be able to go through the draft there. And there we go. They're going for the draft. I'm going to go get water and you guys have fun. All right, we're back. We made it before the draft is over. That's always a good thing. And we're just going to keep the bans, except we're giving up Charizard Y and banning out the Umbreon. Man, I wish I could remember what it was else they banned. Because they swapped it out for the Blissey. The Psyduck. They banned out the Psyduck for the Blissey. My bad, should have done 500k. You should have. You should have done 500k heals. Come on, Fairy. What were you doing? What were you thinking? That's a failure. Come on. But JC, we're going to be locking in Charizard Y first pick. So we're going to show them why you have to keep that ban. JC coming in with the slow bro says Charizard Y. We're going to go with the OG cancellation. Meanwhile, we're going to pick away the Mewtwo X from PK, but PK is going to crack out a Darkrai. Seal's coming in with Machamp. We got another Razor Leaf Decidueye here, as well as a Mr. Mime coming in the hands of Fairy. My prediction is this is going to be a power swap Mr. Mime. This Mr. Mime is going to be sitting on top of JK as we're going through. Meanwhile, Christian's coming in with the Ho-Oh. They said, listen, you can take us out once, but can you do it twice? So that revival technique going to be extremely important there. MG coming in with the Mimikyu. Again, worked really well game number 1. We ditched it in game number 2 for the Scyther, but we're bringing it back. Elo Poppy says, Talonflames, time to shine. A really great off-laner, a really good Pokemon that's able to put a lot of pressure, a lot of burst down on top of JK if you're not ready, as well as being able to just get out of situations it shouldn't be, and it's highly mobile, allowing it to get into T1 pads or T2 pads to get those scores in when there's a stalemate in another lane. So overall, this Talonflame could be a problem for Thanks Gaming. But on the side of Thanks Gaming, there is a lot of stun and CC. We got Psychic combo coming out from the Mr. Mime with the power swap sitting on JK. That's going to be hard for melee Pokemon to get in on that. Machamp is another Pokemon. Submission coming in, absolutely demonic. Darkrai, I don't think we need to say anything more about Darkrai. All it does is CC. Its existence is CC. Its dreams are CC. All it lives and breathes is CC. And Charizard's going to be able to use that seismic slam and put down a lot of pressure. With no healer on the side of Final Exam, this could be a recipe for disaster if they don't get the early lead. Of course, it's going to be It's going to be JK into the central lane there with the Decidueye. We're sending Charizard, Darkrai into the same lane. Some people might think we're crazy, but we're sending Machamp and Mr. Mime, our two supportives, up into the top. And it's working for us so far, and it's done great wonders. We have Mike coming in there, but let's go check out the most important thing going on here. Grab for Christian here as they manage to take the ball toy away from JK. But Christian does not have a lot of damage output there. They have pressure, they have sustain, but there goes the Mr. Mime, keeping them at bay. They do have the clap back with that. But we are respecting as well that we need to get the JK online. That is something that we didn't do during the Articuno League invades from Exodia. We didn't respect those invades. We kept letting JK get behind. But now we're collapsing on Christian. We're looking for the KO, but Christian's wasting a lot of time because neither lane has positioning for the 850 birds. Meanwhile, Mike Oxlong here, and down in the bottom there, the entirety of Final Exams ready to go. PK's fallen as we got JK looking for a KO there, but Mimikyu managing to get 1 point in, dodges the KO, manages to take down, and there goes the buffs. Whatever it is that we absolutely did to them with that holo, it was successful. It kept pulling people away from the lanes and into JK and allowing it to just go in. I don't know if we needed so many people to be in there at the same time, but we got Natus here, and NG's level 7. Meanwhile, we're just hitting level 5 on JK. So we are putting the team behind. Mega Evolution is now in the pocket of Seymour as Christian's also level 5, comes down and tries to start supporting that. We're keeping the pressure alive. Grabs the red from it, the most important buff for a Razor Leaf Decidueye. We're not going for the Red Drago. Talonflame's online. This early game is shot to shit for the side of Thanksgiving. Pardon my French. And that's exactly kind of like what you want. I mean, when you're Final Exam, you want Thanksgiving to play from behind. But all it takes is just one good pick here. One good pick on Christian, but JC comes up too. They know they're trying to get the Decidueye online every second. It's not a Decidueye. It's just a boon for the side of Final Exam. They're looking to grab it, and they do. Deny the experience. They keep JK behind as the level lead further extends as Talonflame hits 8, Mimikyu hits 9, and we have Ho-Oh and Mewtwo hitting 7s. Unite moves galore now. Flame Sweep as well as Play With Me in the pockets of Final Exam. 3 minutes have elapsed, and we do not have full Pokemon even online yet. 2 levels separating them, separating the biggest 3 levels, separating the biggest Pokemon on the team from them. But Razor Leaf Decidueye did get online. We are level 8. We are looking for experience wherever we can, but we keep falling. We keep collapsing there. Oh, JC! The engineering student can't do math. Rip. Rip. I see what it was, though. It's fine. I'm just going to flame you a little bit. It's fine, brother. But look at that. They had the opportunity for a huge 38 over, but they went even. But to potentially an even better go is, I mean, why not score the 8 points? JC, go back and score! We flame him for scoring, and then when he doesn't score, we also flame him again. Bro can't win. Oh, but anyways, Thanksgiving takes the Regieleki. They're up at the top here. They're looking for KOs. They're looking for grabs. That's a huge grab on the Talonflame. That's level 11. That's going to shoot us up. The Mega Evolution is live. We're looking for the KO there, and we managed to find it on the Mimikyu. And the Talonflame is now back with the Flame Sweep, though, with the rekindling. As the rekindling flame comes back out, but we're managing to take it down. This is where Thanksgiving thrives. You need to keep the pressure on all game, because the moment you allow us back into this game is the moment we find a lot of KOs, a lot of experience, a lot of ways to come back into the game. But 264 to 10. It may not be a goose egg. It may have a 1 in it, but it's a single digit with a goose egg, and it's the lowest single digit you could have. A lot of pressure and a lot of experience from Final Exam is now being exerted across Thanks Gaming there, but the showtime comes out. We're looking for a grab. We're looking for a pick. It's going to be Christian. Christian's going to be taken down. That's levels. That's experience. That is a key piece off the map. We're going to be grabbing the Slow Bro next. Slow Bro's gone. Taken down. That's the slow beam you can't use off this fight, off this engagement. The momentum is strong. We're looking for another target there as the Psychic pops out. The Mimikyu dives in, knowing that it's gone there. And there it is! The Flame Sweep Burst Wombo Combo. Going to be taking them down. Valiant effort for Seal. All he's doing is wasting time. For the side of Final Exam, we make very little points in, as 28 points rain in, but more rain in for Final Exam at 304. Now you might be thinking, it looks very bleak. Level 13s in the pockets of Final Exam on that Mimikyu, on that Talonflame. They perfected the Wombo Combo burst damage that it just absolutely shredded and wrecked. And there's no way for them to stop the Flame Sweep. They don't have a wall of any sort. But the Infinite Cybird comes out, but there goes the Mega Evolution. We're looking to pick up a KO here. We do have the Rekindling Flame in the pocket there, but it might be a little too low. Once again, Red Jalecki goes to the pocket there, but MG, very low HP, gets taken down by Darkrai in the worst nightmare. We connect on points there. We're doing math. There we go. The invincibility frame animation going to be dodging some points there on PK, as Seal is looking to grab something to get done into this map here. Final Exam is 359 to 147. Talonflame, nice chunk of points into the T2 pad, basing to come back. T1 is up though. That is a valuable tool in the pocket of Thanks Gaming there as they look for another grab. They find it right there, taking down Seymour. They want to get that gone. Now we're going to be ripping and shredding Reggie Drago. A little bit more experience in their pocket, and let's take a look at this. Razor Leaf Decidueye, almost level 14, has caught back up. That's important. JC, who used to be only the lowest leveled member on the side of Final Exam, is now the lowest leveled member on the entire map. Thanks Gaming has come back to stay ahead of Slowbro, which is really good there. Now they have to eclipse Christian and Seymour, who Seymour's just hit level 13, and that is not what you want on your Mewtwo X if you're on the side of Thanks Gaming. 17 seconds though. We're gambling onto this Reg Ice. This is a buff that Thanks Gaming prefers over the Reggie Drago. We reveal ourselves on the pad. We're baiting them out. We're trying to come down to the pad. We're trying to fight them on it. NG goes in as the Infinite Cyber comes out. We look for the play with me, and we grab onto that Decidueye. But 1 HP is enough. It's all it's going to take. We have the Rekindling Flame coming out there. The JK and Mente are falling there. Thanks Gaming is now taking a beating there as PK is left on the map there, looking to get out on 1 HP in a dream with Mike Oxlong. Not able to find the KO, but they do at the end. Seal is the last one left alive. All Unite moves burned on the side of Final Exam. The Knock Knock still in the pocket as we are getting resets for Final Exam. We're not starting the rip, but Thanks Gaming is still back into this. 161 to 359. 1 minute, 14 seconds on the clock. They took the fight once. The Rekindling Flame came back and moved things against them. Now they have to find another way into the pit. And they're going in. Decidueye is going to be the lead. We have Seal looking for a grab. We find it there. But 1, 2, we do have, a clutch save from Ente there, keeping JK alive, ripping the Mimikyu down. It's just Slowbro and a Dream. 1, 2, 3. Down for final exam. It's Mike Oxlong and it's Elo Poppy ready to go. They managed to take the Kyogre there, and it's just Elo Poppy and a Dream. Pads to defend, but no healings, no shields. They have to stop these scores from going in. 80 points from Fairy coming in there. Now we got 100 points from Seal. 441 to 359. We are looking at a possible victory there. 15 seconds left. No way to get to the other side of the map. Yeah, game number 3 is going to Thanks Gaming. Yo, Blade, what is up? Welcome into the chat. How are you doing? Current score of the scrim is 3-0. Thanks Gaming has taken 3-0 on the scrim against Final Exam, but Final Exam did not make this easy in the slightest. Every game has been a bitter fight to the end. This is insane. This is insane. Like, look at the damage. Elo Poppy, MG, 78, 75 respectively. JK coming in on 105k on the Decidueye. I got the best viewers already. I don't need your bullshit spamming. Get out of here. Please, Twitch, stop fucking hiding the ban button behind your little banners. I don't need it. But yeah, hi, Blade. Yeah, we have a bit of a delay, so my responses to you are going to be a little bit delayed, so apologies for that. But, oh my goodness, like, these scrims are going hard, and I absolutely am here for it, bro. Here for it. But yeah, we are like all here, all ready to go. Whoo. I'm doing meh. Hope you're doing well, brother. I'm doing the best I can right now. I'm feeling a little bit under, and my team's like scrim, 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 and I gotta cast it. So I'm like, my voice. So you know. Aside from that, though, doing pretty good. Also had a 12-hour delay on my groceries. Like, when you order groceries, yep, absolutely. They're going to get first pick there. That's exactly what happens. All right, now, this is 6-game set. So what this means is we have... So that means when we have a 6-game set here with our scrims, we have 3 games in first pick for Thanks Gaming. Then we have three picks in first pick for Final Exam. We just finished the first 3 games of Thanks Gaming being in that first pick slot. So now they're in second pick position with first pick going to the side of Final Exam. We are also 2 teams inside of the EX Frontier Master League. Ready to watch you lose, Hyde? Absolutely. Absolutely. Christian coming in with the Clefable Bland. I believe that was supposed to be a Blissey. That might have been a misclick, a little bit too hard. We got to pivot into the Blissey because we don't want it to let it happen. Gengar and Mega Gyarados coming out. Going to be like, we can't have that. And Decidueye is a ban. Listen, as much as you laugh at that, as much as you're like, if there's a Pokemon that you can't handle, ban it. You have 3 of them. Wait, Canadian? Absolutely. I am Canadian. But yeah, no, if there is a Pokemon that you can't handle, ban its ass out. You don't want it on the board. You want to get it gone. So, if you want to get it gone and take it out, like, that's the way to go. But the Clefable's also a smart ban too, because if you're going to be running something like a Buzzwolf, something like a Gengar or something, you want the Clefable's gravity out of there. It's also got really strong heals, and it is a pick that Thanks Gaming does love in the second slot. So when they're in second pick scenario. So I laughed at it and said, maybe they misclicked, but honestly, in all relativity, it is a valid ban against Thanks Gaming. It is a valid ban. I think there are other picks you should go for instead, but also, when I say that, I'm not exactly respecting the heals that Clefable is able to output. Yo, Slim, GMG, Mystic, what's up, guys? You're grabbing snacks for this? Yeah, you are. Man, yeah, they absolutely target banned the shit out of JK on this one by eliminating 2 supports that go for him, as well as his main mon. But Thanks Gaming's targeting the shit out of MG, getting rid of Saraledge and Gengar off of them. So we're saying absolutely not. But Charizard Y into Umbreon with Buzzwole, Mr. Mime, CC Heavy Comp. We're cracking out the Absol! JK on Speedsters is a rarity indeed. It is something we are expanding into. So absolutely going to be demonic to see how this goes. But look at this side for the final exam. Blastoise, Slowbro. These are 2 powerful Pokemon. Slowbro is a great Pokemon able to lock down single targets, like the Charizard Y, like the Absol. The Blastoise is a really great engage Pokemon, able to set up plays from both Sylveon and the Delphox there as well. And we got the Eldegoss to heal them all up little by little. Let's take a look at the side of Thanks Gaming. We know heals are coming in. No curse, no curse. Oh wait, we got a little bit of curse on Charizard Y, but no curse, no curse, no curse. So Charizard Y is the only curse player we have on the side of Thanks Gaming. That's not ideal, but it's also not absolutely necessary to have 2. It's just nice to have 2 when you go into a Pokemon like Eldegoss. But we got Gold Badge Eldegoss, Gold Badge Blastoise, Gold Badge Mr. Mime. We're cracking out all the stocks on this game. All right. All right, game number 4. 3-0 for Thanks Gaming yet, but final exam has not made it easy. We know that invades are likely to happen. Could be Christian, could be JC, could be anybody coming in. We're taking the long way over. But we got Elo, Poppy, JC into the bottom here. We're looking to try to get the Sylveon online quickly there, as JC looks to also say, hey, is there an invade coming? Now, if there's an invade heavy team, I do love the fact that we did a bush check. That we had PK go in for a bush check, and that we had Seal go in for a bush check. That's important, because they keep invading, and we need to make sure that we have that Absol online ready to go. JC's putting pressure on, but now let's go to the top. We got Sylveon in the bottom there, but in the top, it's still a level 3. We're putting in good pressure here. We're putting the Blastoise behind, and we're also going to be grabbing a KO onto this Gossifleur, but how long can we do it? There we go. We finally take it down. MG's coming in with the Delphox there, looking to grab it. Stops the Absol, 18 points, too much coming in. Seal could score there and get the evolution. He absolutely should, but he doesn't. And in not doing so, we now get a KO on Seal. Now we're looking at Fairy and Absol. Actually, you know what? It could be Fairy on the Umbreon too. I just realized that. Could literally be anybody. I don't know who's who. It's Confusion Mime, so I'm pretty sure it's Fairy on the Umbreon. Which means Fairy could have scored her 4 points, got the evolution, and decided not to. That's a choice, but it's okay. But we do have level 5 on Seal, but level 6 on the Sylveon. Bottom lane not going the way we had hoped. Delphox hitting level 7 here shortly. After this clear, it could be level 7 there. It's full combo online. So Thanks Gaming's got to really put the work in, taking the Regidrago, setting it down. Meanwhile, final exam, doing what they do best, scoring points. Making sure that they keep the point lead at all times during the game, because you don't want to be behind. That is a screaming Sylveon, by the way. We got the Mean Look down in on JC, but they got the power of the pads and the heals. Mean Look comes in, but it's not enough to clutch the KO. In fact, it's a reverse sweep on 2 KOs. JK tries to go in there, but we're not able to find a connection on anything, and we have to back out due to low HP. In the meantime, final exam, 84-16. Blastoise still not a full character yet, trying to be a real one up in the top side. And we have 16 seconds there until the first lane objectives come in. We got Mr. Mime at the top coming up to be an absolute prick. And we got Seymour up here on the Blastoise. Mike Oxlong looking to try to grab anything to become that Blastoise. Bottom side is going to be experience, but more importantly, Registeel. Nice attack, special attack buff for 90 seconds there. But we do have the army of Thanksgiving moving into the central lane for the side of Thanksgiving to try to take it away from Final Exam. That does mean Absol does have its Unite move now, but we're not even going to care about it too much. We get the red buff on the Delphox there. That does leave it open for easy pickings there, but we grab the KO on the Charizard Y. We're going to take it down. We grab a little bit of a shove on Elo Poppy there, but points are going to keep raining in. They don't score a lot of points at once, but it adds up. Because what they do is they score little points throughout, get that experience, they're going in, but it's a 2 KO streak for the Absol as they take down 2. That's the Sylveon, that's the Eldegoss, gone. Mike Oxlong now joining them in the back at the Pokemon Center there. Delphox has Unite move, tried to put it out and got canceled. Wow, the Band Hammer came through. Absol's looking to try to get the secure on this and does. Very slow rip for Absol there, but that's a very powerful Regieleki. Trying to grab the JC there. We have that burn coming out from Charizard Y. Sylveon comes out with the Fairy Frolic, and we manage to take down Fairy. There goes PK, super effective, almost like it's a fighting type, and that's a Fairy type. Able to get out. It's criminal. It's criminal what Elo Poppy is doing on this Sylveon. Level 11. Hyper voice, hyper carry coming through here. My goodness, Thanksgiving is just not able to deal with this screaming Sylveon at all. The pressure that they've been able to exert all 4 games from start to finish has been absolutely maniacal. Thanksgiving needs to up their game if they want to be able to take this, because all it takes is just one small pressure point from them to be able to swing things in their favor, especially during these huge team fights. But here we go. We put JC in a room. We put him in a prison. We don't like him there. The Fanciful Fireworks comes out there as the Moonlight Prance follows through. We do have a nice double KO from JK. Finally doing that job as a speedster. Making sure they get it gone and get it down for a 49 over. Guys, I'm so proud of them. Thanksgiving can do math. Oh my gosh. Who'd have thunk? JK has to get a little bit of stacks there. They're getting out because they're like, I'm level 12. I'm not giving levels up. Reg Ice now going to the hands of Thanksgiving there. So there will be another Reggie Roulette in the bottom lane. Which one? We'll have to find out when it spawns. But based on spawn timer here, 15 seconds with 4 minutes to go, 2 minutes to respawn, this is the last Regieleki of this game. All right, there we go. Boom, we're setting it down. We're going full in. There goes the showtime is wearing off. Elo Poppy's in a room. They know what the target is, but the Fanciful Fireworks comes out. That's 1, that's 2. Down for the side of Thanksgiving. But Charizard is a monster. Comes in, goes boom. And that's 2 more down for the side of Thanksgiving there. Charizard and Mr. Mime are back up here all alone. Mr. Mime ejects, but where does it eject? Ejects home. Goes to the Pokemon Center and has to take a little bit of a respite. We're trying to take it. We're going for it. And a valiant effort, but we aren't able to get it. We keep the pressure, keep the vision, so that's always good. But there's a lot of experience on the field here. And there's a lot of pressure points that Final Exam can exert pressure on. And they're choosing to take the Regidrago. Meanwhile, while they give up the Regidrago, Thanksgiving cleaning up, playing Pac-Man, collecting all of these yellow dots on the field. JC's looking for that level 11. They need that going on. They want that plus. But Elo Poppy's coming down here and they're ready to go. But Mr. Mime comes in with the clutch steal. And again, once more with the clutch steal, getting all of those, if not the majority. Sorry, the majority, if not all of them. The Final Exam, looking to catch up PK, takes them down, sends them home, says, you know what, 30 seconds, cool off, bro. You got to chill. You got to relax. You got to say, yeah. But the Reggie Roulette is now in the bottom. Christian's rotating down and we get that level 12. JC still not level 11, still looking for that, looking for it there. But they got the crucial vision that they needed, but they're in a room. The rest of Final Exam is not able to collapse on this, and now any hope that they had of taking this Registeel before Kyogre God. What do they play for? Position now. This is what you got to do. You play for position. They don't have a lot of burst. They need their tanks on the front line to handle this. They got to get that Slowbro online to grab a target there, because look at this now. We're still going in. We have the Midnight Slash coming in on Absol. Fairy's taking a beating there as those mystical fires are raining down death. Blastoids, Seymour, going to be the first one there. They're trying to burst the Fairy, the Sylveon there before it's able to get away, but it's not enough. The tankiness from it is just too strong. All of a sudden, this fight's drawn out, and it's looking more in favor of Final Exam the longer it goes on there. Mike is back. Seymour's there. We have Absol looking for the KO onto that Delphox there. It was just too juicy, but the defense there from Final Exam was just so good. JC finally hits that level 11. We got that plus there on the Scald, which is absolutely demonic and absolutely necessary for this Pokemon to function. You got to make sure you get that level 11, and now that they have, Thanks Gaming's hopes and dreams are looking even bleaker. They're waiting for JK to come back. There are no more Unite moves used, but Delphox isn't with the party. If they go to pounce, now's the time, but they don't know that. They don't have vision. They're looking for their own Unite moves. Delphox, Charizard, both Unite moves that they can get back really quickly there. But it's 176 to 183. Thanks Gaming has to be the one to make the move. Go for a score, go for a cap, go for something, because if you don't, you lose. Then Elo Poppy says, you know what? I recognize this. They're going for the something. They're going for it. There's the Kyogre. The Midnight Slash goes to Thanks Gaming. 176 to 263. A Hundo Burger's all it needs, and Absol is away. Now we're going for another Hundo Burger in the back. Can we get it in? Yes, it's going to be uncontested. Can we get the Hundo Burger in the top? Because that's the only way Thanks Gaming has to win this. 17, 36, 100 goes in. Blastoise goes for the 80. Oh my gosh. Clap for clap, tit for tat. I don't even know who wins, but I think it's Final Exam. Waiting on bated breath. Oh, hang on. It is Thanks Gaming that comes out on top. Oh my gosh. That was so close. It was the difference maker of Fairy's points going in. Oh my goodness gracious. Whoo! This is what I mean. Every game has been a buzzer beater. Every game has just been absolutely maniacal, diabolical even. It's been close. It's been close. Waiting for the ready check there, but MG's got to do the infamous reset there. Seal Gaming, oh my gosh, right? Yeah. Guys, these are two teams in the EX Frontier Master League, and this is a scrim. Imagine what it's gonna be like on the actual fucking match day. Imagine what it's like on actual match day. It's gonna be insane. It is gonna be insane. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm stoked. I'm absolutely stoked. Yeah, it was so close. What's the set at? Game 4. So we're moving on to game 5 now. The current count is 4-0, but don't let that score be like, oh, Final Exam's getting their ass beat. No, they have taken Thanks Gaming like to the fucking wire each and every time. Every single time. It is, every set's been like this, and it was even so, like, it was even really close. They try. I like it. I'm liking Final Exam because they're not doing the same thing over and over and over again. What they're trying out different strategies on how to beat it, and they're pushing, they're pressing, they're finding the breaking points, seeing what works and adapting. And Thanks Gaming's doing the same thing. We are adapting. We saw invades, we adapted. We saw points being scored a lot, we adapted. And that is a beautiful thing to see in this. And we got 2 more games to go. 2 more games to go. And we're going to be facing final exam in the league in 2 weeks' time. So this is just a scrim. And this is just, and it's in 2 weeks. That's a lot of time for strategies to change, for rosters and tweaks to change. It's just a scrim too. This isn't even the match. I am absolutely blown away at the level of Unite that we are able to finally partake in with all of the teams that we're able to find scrims and that we're enjoying playing with. It's been phenomenal. It's been phenomenal. Every team that we brought on stream has been absolutely a joy to work with. But as we keep progressing and finding new people to play with too, the games have just been getting better, and we're bringing on old favorites, and it's just been going and going, and it's been going strong. And like, I know JC and MG from like over a year ago. I've known these guys. We ran on in a Wolves crew before, and then they ran Adorable Wolves. We went over to Mimikyu's Coven, and to see them playing at this level, to see them playing and adapting has just been absolutely astounding and phenomenal, because man, it's just like, they're my homeboys and Fairy's my homegirl, you know, like we all came from the same place. Like we've been together for over a year. Like we've been so interconnected, and it's great. It's great when you're thriving, but within this community, your friends are also thriving too. And that's like, for me tonight, that's what it is. Being able to see my friends go at it and make every game a nail biter. It's not just a stomp. It's not just an overtake. It's not just a bad night. We are playing to win every time. And it's so close every time. Like, I cannot even begin to describe. Although I've been going on for this, so what I'm going to do, Mr. Streamer, yo, Costas, what is up? We are going to run a quick ad break, okay? So, I know, Costas, I know, you just joined, give me your pennies, but I have the pre-rolls turned off, so what we're going to do is we're going to run a quick 1-minute ad break, and then we'll go from there, okay? 1-minute ad break, and then when we come back, we will be able to start the match. So that's going to give us some pre-rolls turned off. So we'll see you on the flip side. So again, apologies for the ads, but we got to get those pre-rolls turned off. Costas, hydrate. Thank you. Hydrating now. We'll hydrate when we come back. Now they are, yes. Okay. All right, I'm seeing the ready checks. We're ready to go. So hopefully it's only 1 minute. It's only a few seconds there. 30 seconds to go. When you guys come back from the ad break, it is going to be in the draft phase. So we have first ban on the side of final exam. Going to be taking out the Blissey. Hell yeah. I had to keep an eye out because they're taking a while. So I was like, okay, is there something going on? I'm waiting for a DM, by the way, and I was like, oh, they're probably putting that on the screen, so I'm like, damn. But yeah, so taking out the Mega Gyarados and the Gengar. We don't want those Pokemon. We're getting rid of the Umbreon. Get it gone. Get it out of here. Get it out of our games. Ad breaks over. Welcome back. We got 20 minutes of pre-rolls turned off, so that hopefully will finish out the set. But yeah, so we're gonna go through here. What is up, my friend? You know what? I'm getting sick, actually. I started feeling it this morning after I got off stream, and yeah, it's brutal. Brutal. But here we go. Come on, Seal. Now, Meowth is banned, by the way. You can't pick Meowth. But they were spoiling me. They were spoiling me. Oh my gosh, look at that. Fairy and PK spoiling their manager, showing Sableye and Meowth. I'll be like, one day we'll get it. But Charizard Y coming back on the ban list. Decidueye coming off of it. Umbreon, Blissey, we're keeping those suckers up there. All right. Listen, I just had to shoot them a quick warning. I just had to let them know. Hope you enjoy that risk. Listen, I'm like, oh, please tell me I'm not the one. My team isn't the one that's forcing me to. Okay. Final exam. I hear you. I hear you. So okay, so let's break it down right now. We got the bans out of the way. So we got Clefable. That was banned out last time. Now we're going to show why it was actually banned out. Desi is up, but we're not running Desi. Blissey's gone. 9 times out of 10, when Blissey's gone, Decidueye becomes infinitely harder. And tonight, since it's a scrim, what we are doing is we're practicing different builds. So, JK, now practicing that Absol. So that's actually what we need to get. So when we were running the Decidueye, we were running Machamp with it. So we're running a little bit of practice there with that as well. So we have the Clefable. We have double heals with PK and the Clefable there. But that Vaporeon could just as easily be flip turned. We're taking away the Slowbro from the side of Final Exam. We don't want them to have it. Meanwhile, Entei there is coming in with the Venusaur Beamosaur combo, and we got absolute clean up. Now, yeah, in the range department, you might be like, you know what? We can go toe-to-toe. We got Inteleon, we got Gardevoir. I think Gardevoir is the only one that could go toe-to-toe with the Venusaur, because I think this Inteleon is not going to be Snipe Shot, but I think it's actually going to be Liquidation. Sylveon's going to come through and probably have that Curse Incense. If I was smart, I would have checked. But Elopoppy was doing demon work. And then the front lines, Crustle, Blastoise, in the hands of JC and Seymour. Just absolutely demonic. Yeah, exactly. Triple Attacker is interesting. I see what they're doing. Triple Attacker, Double Defender. They got a lot of poke, but the counter there is Clefable. The healing is going to be able to heal off a lot of that damage. So how much anti-heal do you have in the pockets there is the question that's going to be. And that's the question I got to ask too, because I wasn't looking at the items, which I should have been, because I kept getting distracted and I kept losing my train of thought, just like I did there. But up the top lane here, we're 20 seconds in. No crash report so far. That's absolutely fucking great. We do have a quick KO. Fairy. I'm just echoing JK because I'm pretty sure that's what he's saying right now in the comms. Fairy. You know, give that little warning there and be like, all right, she's already gone. But Seal's going in. We get a little tap in there, but we're not quite able to clutch it out. But we are going to go for the late draining kits. Fairy, are we playing on ping again? Come on, girl. Get it together. Gardevoir coming up from the bottom. Absol's going to be able to see her. There's the combo. Boom! Boom! There we go. The eject over the wall, though. I think we probably should have hit that sooner there, but Elopoppy's ready to go. Nice little hit. There's the Citrus Berry come through. Going to heal it up, but all of a sudden now, we're able to lock JK out of these 850 birds. We have the Drizzile online. It's 3 attackers and a War Turtle ready to start implementing Rain and Death upon Thanks Gaming. Nice grab on Elopoppy, but we go trade for trade. All of a sudden, it's sealed by themselves with a little Clefairy. They're not able to quite find a KO to get an evolution on a wild Pokemon, on a wild opponent. Nothing. The only upside of this Clefable is it's not 0 damage. I did see them hit another Pokemon. Guardian, Hyper Voice, good into Clef. Intel, not so much. Help. I feel that. Yeah. The Inteleon might... We'll see what happens when it evolves. Because Inteleon might not be the Snipe Shot. It might be the Liquidation. And if it is Liquidation, I can see what the answer and response for that to be is, because we have an Absol. We have a Speedster. We saw an Absol played in the previous game. So when you bring the Liquidation in, it basically hones in on the Absol, and it just says, you know what, we can We can do a lot of damage to it. But we are getting absolutely ripped apart and blown up like pinatas. And Final Exam is the stick. We take down JK and we take down the Drizzile there. So we go trade for trade. Not bad. We don't get a lot of that experience there coming our way there. So it is going to the side. A lot of it to Final Exam there. But the levels, level 7s on 2 of the carries there for the side of Thanks Gaming. Level 8 on the Guardy. Intel is online. 2, we have that liquidation. Let's take a look. That is indeed liquidation. Acrobatics liquidation. So that Absol now is on a timer. Liquidation locks on. That could be the end of it. But Venusaur also online, clapping back with huge solar beams. But Final Exam doing what Final Exam does. The buff may have gone the way of the side of Thanks Gaming there, but they broke the T1 pad. 148 to 12, 175 to 12 now as Inteleon throws down 27. Now they're in that central path there, taking what Thanks Gaming is ignoring. Inteleon, Sylveon, Gardevoir all have their Unite moves. Blastoise has a Unite move. Meanwhile, on the side of Thanks Gaming, only Vaporeon has Unite move. Nobody else. Levels, points, pressure, control, all in favor of Final Exam right now. They're doing so good being able to exert the control that they need against Thanks Gaming. They found the momentum that they needed, and the shift is on their side, especially with this Blastoise. Inteleon could be the secret sauce to grab them, though, as huge boost comes out there from the side of Seal there on that Venusaur, which is Entei. They like to mess with me, making themselves all seal. And I just want to say, if we take a look at the KOs quickly, 2, 4, 1, 1, 2. Only JC's in this match. JC's the only one who can say he's not a Seal clubber. Everybody else has clubbed a Seal at least one time and killed them. I'm just saying facts, guys. Look at all these Seals, and if you got a KO on them, you just clubbed them. Look at that. We just got another Seal club in there from MG on that Gardevoir as we take him down. Seals are clapping back, though. They're rising up. They're saying, listen, Viva la Resistance for the Seals! Revolution for the Seals! Huge grab on top of that Christian there, being able to take them down. We have a nice little Vaporeon coming in there to be able to try to clutch that out. Now it's Tanks with Elo Poppy being able to take down JK. Now just 2 tanks and a Venusaur, though. Blastoise taking a massive hit, but Slowbro is joining JK in the Pokemon Center there. Huge damage coming out there as we lose not 1 but 2 more Pokemon there. 2 KO streak for the Sylveon there as we're trying to pick up Seymour. Not able to do it. We have to Unite move to get away. I will remember this one day, whatever the Unite move is for Vaporeon. Never mind, it wasn't a Unite move. It was just flip turn. All right, we're putting pressure on the Regieleki there. Meanwhile, on the top side, we're trying to get a lot of levels and a lot of experience. JK is doing what JK does best, keeping on top. MG gets out on 1 HP in a dream, but there's the liquidation showing exactly why it was picked. Elo Poppy. Man, JK just can't get a break. There's an attacker here. There's an attacker over there. And all of a sudden, there's one behind. They're everywhere. Run, Seals, run. The Seal Clubbers are here. I now petition for Final Exam to change their name to Seal Clubber. Specifically spelled the same way that Seal spells it here. C-U... Hang on. I forgot how he spells it. C-E-U-L. Specifically that way. Specifically that way. Just change your name to Seal Clubber. Because, look at that. 7, 5, 2, 4. Everybody except JC is innocent. Or is not innocent. They're guilty. JC's the only innocent one on the team. But, I don't know. Bro, 10 assists. That means he's trapped 10 of them. Knowing what their fate would be. Is he really so innocent? Are you really so innocent, JC? In trapping 10 of them? Knowing what their fate will be at the end? That's demonic. That's monstrous. You're horrible. Keep doing it. All right, 28 seconds until Kyogre spawns. 15 seconds now until Regieleki spawns in the bottom here. This is not necessarily an objective Thanksgiving wants to play for, but they're looking for the bushes. They see Mike. They see Seymour right there. They're looking to grab him there, but we missed the combo on the Absol. Absol's now getting caught out there as we go for the... Go for it, but the Fairy Singularity into the Hydro Typhoon. We're able to take down not one, not two, but three members of Thanks Gaming. A complete shutout of the pit. We're trying to take down Elo Pappy as Elo Pappy connects on Entei. Now all of a sudden it's Vaporeon and a Dream, and we're not able to find the connection as it's JC, the Crustle, being able to lock in the Kyogre grab. Still no KOs in JC's pocket. Still technically innocent, but it's not a seal murder charge. It's a seal manslaughter charge. It's a seal slaughter charge. That's all it is. Still innocent. 14. Can he remain innocent the rest of the game? Oh, there we go. Huge points in though, and that's going to seal the fate for Thanksgiving. 120 to 779. Woo! Oh my gosh. Guys, I'm sorry for the lack of professional casting at the end there. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. It's the constant talking. I'm feeling it. Oh my gosh. 5 games down, 1 to go. Final exam, clap back. And they didn't just clap back, they clapped back hard. Like I said, Seal Clubbers unite. Coming in here. The massive damage. I mean, it was actually mid damage. 66, 56, 56, 72. These are still really solid numbers. They're about the middle of where you'd expect. Actually, they're about average of where you'd expect. A little bit low on the Guardies end and on the Inteleon's end of what you'd expect there. But Elo Poppy's raising the bar there for the Sylveon there. But look at the Blastoise too, 72k. Like, the reason why these damage numbers are so, like, in the middle of the pack of where they should be, it's because there were so many Pokemon able to just come in and just wail on the side of Thanksgiving. Look at that. Mike Seal, the Venusaur, was the only one capable of staying alive for the majority of it with 27k damage taken. Everybody else, 79, 68, 56, 44. Massive, massive shift of momentum for the side of... Oh, I have to go over here. For the side of Final Exam. So now, we have the R for the side of Thanksgiving. Let's see if we got the R from there. Let me open this up. All right, we're ready to go. Looking for the R's. 1 game left. Lights are flickering on my end. Oh no! All right, just waiting on one more now. We're just a ready check from either team. But gosh dang, has this set been fire. Absolute fire. We got 5 minutes on the pre-rolls, but this is the last game. Christian says ready. Let's send it. Last game. 4-1 for final for Thanksgiving. Final Exam has won. Meowth and Surfetched banned for this set here. This is to emulate what's coming in for the Master League's first weekend. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Also, I forgot that to put out the... Also, I forgot to put out the X announcement that the fact that we are in the Master League. Brother has been slacking. I was going to do it today, and then I fell asleep, and then it took 12 hours for my groceries to come because I ordered them because I wasn't feeling good. And, you know, we live in a modern age where you don't need to shop in person anymore, but we are banning Char Y. We're getting rid of that Umbreon Blissey still, keeping the same 3 bans that we have all game, but this time, Blastoise first picked. We're going into Inteleon, and then into Psyduck. Pulling away the Crustle and into the Mew. Blastoise Crustle was a combination that helped Final exam, get online, and stay there for a long time. Lapras, really strong there as well, with the Machamp being able to be brought in. I think Lapras might be. I haven't seen Lapras too much in our comps. I know it can do good things, but it's been a while and I kind of forget. So I'm here for it, but I'm not confident in it. I don't know. We'll see. We will see. Hang on, I gotta warm my toes up. I have to have my window open, even though it's like -20 out. I might be white and sick. But, because Piper's a husky and she's got a lot of thick fur. Ain't that right, Pepper Girl? Yeah. And then, but I'm liking this. We got Greninja coming in on JK, because you know that's going to be JK running it. Elo Poppy cracking out the Cinderace MG on the Espeon? If that's the case, yeah, that looks like it's the case. If that's the case, MG's going. If this is a lane Espeon and Cinderace goes jungle, I think that's the way it's predicting. But if that's a jungle Espeon, holy heck, are we throwing literally everything into the mixer and hoping it works? But triple attackers again. This is the secret sauce into Blastoise Crustle for final exam. They want to make this work, but the bulk on Psyduck, Machamp, and Lapras could be the deciding factor, with huge damage raining out from the side of Inteleon and Greninja. No heals, interestingly enough. So, with no heals on the side of final exam, this could be interesting, but and vice versa, no heals on the side of Thanks Gaming. I think a long, drawn-out fight here could be detrimental. All right, there you go. Boom, there we go. All right, let's keep it together. We have JC and Elo Poppy into the lane. So this is a lane Cinderace with a jungle Espeon. Listen, I can respect it. I can respect it. Cinderace has a lot of good A-press power, especially as a score bunny. You know, like, so it could be good secure option. I think Espeon would be better, but listen, like, far be it for me to tell players how to play the game, because, like, Thanks Gaming, if there's one thing Thanks Gaming has done and come surprise me, is how they play the game. That's absolutely unorthodox, and I love it. It's not the same tried and true Unite. They're playing their own version of it, and that's exactly what Final Exam's doing. They're playing their own version of it, and I love it. Triple attacker, most people look down on that, but if it works, it works. But here we go. Nice little engage there. It's going in the favor of Thanks Gaming a little bit there, but Seal is very low. They have to back off there. We're looking at Fairy there, and we're going to be doing a lot of damage there, but there is the potion. We're going on a headache here soon enough. There it is. We're now on a headache, and we can't do anything. 30 seconds till Red Drago comes into the map here. And we got level 5 on Elo Poppy. That's dangerous. But we got double 5s here for the side of Thanks Gaming. That's exactly what you want. JC, though, also hitting that level 5. Bottom lane's doing pretty good. Going neutral on the trades. Top side, though, that's where the magics happen. Also going a little bit neutral. 5, almost level 6 on the War Turtle there, but we have Seal at 13. We do have Mike that's able to see him there, but Red Drago's hit the field. Teams are now here. It's been 5 seconds. Reggie Drago goes, I'm a sentry. I'm going to do things. See, and we do have... Oh... Listen, I love me a good Mew. Almost secured it. Drizzile able to get the last hit. That Spell Stinger coming through. Huge damage there, taking down PK, sending them back to the Pokemon Center. As Final Exam is now forced to extract themselves. 23 seconds until the first lane objective spawn in. Reggie Roulette taking their rightful place in the bottom, with meanwhile that Reggie Lecky taking its rightful place at the top. Teams are now just kind of scouting. looking for a little bit of experience, a little bit of farm here and there. And it looks like we are going to see Reg Alecki go to the side of Final Exam. Meanwhile, the Reggie Roulette, Thanks Gaming's gearing up to play for. Which is not surprising. Thanks Gaming, this entire set, has always prioritized the experienced Reggie. Meanwhile, up in the top here, Reg Alecki has always been their Titan that final exam has prioritized because they exert a lot of pressure with it. Now we got Reg Alecki going towards tier 2. We got Battle of the Apressors there, but we have the Hydro Typhoon on that Blastoise ready to go. We're able to pop it, but not before we take that. We take the Hydro Typhoon to the face. Elo Poppy gets taken out. It's a quick 2 KO streak for JK. But look at the bottom here. Lots of pressure. 107 to 30. Now it's going to be further extended as we get a lot of points in here. MG goes for the body block on JC. Absolutely just wants to just demolish and dominate with points there. 169 to 31 going through here. Yes, we had to be immature. Don't judge me on it. You all know it. You all were thinking it. Nice combination between Christian, JC, and MG to take down Fairy on the side duck. That'll be a crucial KO because it's taken off the map for a little bit longer. Meanwhile, Seymour's got that level 10 on Blastoise, putting that gold badge on show to work. Elo Poppy comes in, level 10. Machamp's looking for the quick KO. Able to, unfortunately, misses there, but the submission's back online. We don't have the Hydro Typhoon. We have the submission. Can't use it on the Hydro Typhoon because that'd be wasted. So to avoid it, we just run around because we are unstoppable. The Water Burst Shuriken coming through. The Mystical Mirage now comes out with Psychic Solaire. We're going to be looking to take down JK, but can we get it? We get 2 KOs. The 1 KO there, the Blazing Bicycle Kick comes down. Cleans up not 1, but 2 as the Feint comes through and dodges the barrage below. We're looking for a hit with that, and we almost find it, but Inteleon connects on the Mew. Machamp connects on Elo Poppy. Then we're going to be looking to take down a lot more people. Just run, Seal. Just run. Help me. Help me. I know that's what Seal's yelling in the chat right now. Help me. And that's his infamous tagline. 30 points from PK, though, in the bottom lane here. Fairy not able to find the points there, but meanwhile, Entei hidden, invisible, completely unopposed. Huge connection on JC there. Lots of damage. That is Crustal's main weakness. Special defense damage, but there's the Azure Spy Vision. Now we're going in and we're doing it deep and we're going hard. There goes that Hydro Typhoon coming out as JK gets knocked up. That's always what he wanted, but unfortunately, it's just not a Goodra that did it. Yeah, I said it. You were thinking it. But there we go. The Mew's going to be able to get taken down. The Regirock goes to the hands of Thanks Gaming there. Meanwhile, JC is going to go into the Rubble Rouser to avoid the unstoppable Machamp's submission. Great play there. Despite the level lead that they managed to acquire, the point lead is still in the huge favor for the side of Final Exam. 236 to 61. This is rough indeed for Thanks Gaming because they have the level lead, they have the control, but they just aren't able to maintain that score lead, which means come Kyogre time in 90 seconds, they're the team that has to make the play. They're the team that has to make the first move, and you don't want to be that. 30 points goes in from JK, though, as the Blazing Bicycle Kick comes out to try to dissuade it. Psychical Solaire is going in for the defense, but we get 1 KO knocked down. Psyduck gets clapped back and taken down as well. Joining Espeon on the same reduction of the respawn timer. Elo Poppy with those feints and the Blaze Kick. Absolutely demonic. PK taking massive damage as Hydro Typhoon tries to go in there. We're not able to make the connection, but Final Exam was able to pick up a few KOs, more experience in the pocket, and Elo Poppy's just ticked into 14. Greninja is now threatened in terms of the biggest leveled Mon on the map, and Reg Alecki will spawn in 8 seconds with enough time for either team to take it. Thanks Gaming has to play with it because while we were missing it, it's got a straight shot into the home pad. 19 seconds left now. Meanwhile, Blastoise out for almost the entirety of the duration. Meanwhile, we are now starting the rip here for Thanksgiving. Regilecki's now barreling towards the T1 pad. Can it connect? Will it hit? Yes, it will. Where are we going to go for the points? Yeah, we absolutely are. Double points here. Back on the board. 229 to 276. All of a sudden, it's a 50-point game. This could go to either way, but Final Exam still in the lead. Huge X scissor combo taking down Fairy before the II comes out. Mystical Mirage to help protect the allies there, as now we lose the Espeon. Rebel Rouser comes out, and that's going to be a lot of reflect damage coming through as the Barrage Blow comes in from behind. There goes the Mew. The Christian is gone, but we're looking for the KO there, and there goes Mike there onto that Elo Poppy. Holy heck, the demonic shred from Cinderace, absolutely demonic, but look at that. Psy still in the pocket, but the Psychic Solaire is also there too. We have Elo Poppy looking to grab the KO onto that PK, and they do. Psyduck comes in and claps back. Psychic Solaire is able to come out, but we're able to grab the KO. 1 minute and 9 seconds left. Kyogre almost gone. Able to grab it. That's great for Thanksgiving, but they're still behind. And we do have the respawning of Final Exam on the horizon. Christian's going to be able to get picked up there. It's 100 points, 329 to 276. The onslaught continues for the side of Thanksgiving. They're able to get another 78 into the connection there. Now they're going to look to break this pad as much as they can. There goes the headache. There goes the points. Another 70 coming in from Inteleon, 477 to 276. But the Machamp's taken down, but it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 taken down on a huge KO wipe for the side of Thanksgiving. Final Exam is now out of this, and the set is going 5-1, but every step of the way they fought, and oh my god, did you guys not make this easy. I am both terrified and excited for our match in 2 weeks. I am absolutely ecstatic for what you guys are going to cook up in 2 weeks, because my god, if tonight is any sort of showing, improvement's the only thing on the horizon, and oh my god, holy shit, I am just like so fucking oh fuck. Let's take a look at the stats there. All right, here we go. Let's take a quick look at the stats there. JK coming in with 13 KOs. Oh no, JC lost his innocence. Got 2 KOs on Seal Clubbers. Yeah, absolutely. But look at this. 13 KOs, 6. Look at the damage here. 68, 90K. We had a lot there. Seymour coming in hard. Holy heck. Man, this was a fantastic fucking set. Let me tell you, I am so ecstatic for what Thanksgiving is able to be doing this entire time. And I'll tell you right now too, like the C Final Exam, like I am not joking when I say it has been phenomenal to see this team grow. It has been phenomenal to see them thrive the way they have, and to see MG and JC find the home that they have. Like, guys, fucking hell yeah, because this is the level of Unite that I know you guys can play at. And like, you guys, like, you're thriving, you're shining. It's absolutely amazing, and I'm here for it. I absolutely am. But that is going to be it for tonight. So thank you guys for watching, thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed. For more Thanksgiving action, stay tuned. I'm gonna drop something here for you guys. You may not have noticed, but Thanksgiving has a new X account. So if you want more Thanksgiving shenanigans, make sure to stay tuned to the X account, because we'll be posting all our upcoming stuff. So any of our scrims that we're going to come up and streaming are going to be there. Any of our league matches, we're definitely going to post there. Any tournaments that we're participating in, definitely going to be posted there as well. It's going to be, we're trying to update our social media presence. So give it a follow, like some of our posts. You know, we're going to keep updating as we go, making sure we stay on top of this, because Thanksgiving is here for a long time, not just the good time. So I believe the next time you will see us will be Friday over on Fairy's channel. She'll be streaming their perspective of the first league match from against Team Tantrum. So I'll be casting on EX Frontier for the Master League for that night, but unfortunately Thanksgiving will not be on that stream. And then hopefully followed up on Sunday when we are against Ignorance. Again, another top team that's going to be really hard for us to fight. We have a chance at being able to take them down early on in the league. So we want to establish that dominance early on. So yeah, absolutely. And yeah, Psychics on the final push were absolutely demonic. Blasted them and blew them up. Fairy, yeah, you did try, girl, and you did eat. But, oh my goodness. But yeah, stay tuned for more Thanksgiving stuff, because this channel is going to showcase a lot of it. We got a lot of big plans in the works. So, and I hope you guys are as excited for it as I am, because like this, like we're doing it. We're coming hard, and we're going to do good things. We're going to do good things, all in the lead up to the league to the last chance qualifiers, because Worlds and Razor Leaf Decidueye are going to go hand in hand this year. Let me fucking tell you, we'll be the team to bring it. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you guys again real soon. And let's find a raid target for tonight. Let's see who's on that we can raid. Man, you know what? I see so many people on, I just don't know any of them. You know what? Here we go. Let's go see Hidden Gym. Let's go raid some Hidden Gym stuff. All right. Let's full send it. But yeah, again, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll send you off to go say hi to Hidden Gym.